I'm like, oh shit, we're getting engaged by a sniper. And then it clicked what the Marines told me before coming into that area. They were like, dude, one, we cannot go with anything less than a brigade. And we're out there with less than 35 guys. Two, there's a Chechen sniper that's working that area, and he's been out there for a while. He has a, supposed to be a big kill record. He's been fighting for way longer than your average fighter, supposedly like the Soviet days or whatnot, and has been like a mercenary in that area, and from a Chechen sniper. So I deduced it down to, this is him. He's good, really good. So I call it up. We're being engaged by a sniper. So I'm trying to do a snap bang where I hear the crack and I wait for the report of the rifle, like lightning and thunder. And I'm getting a general idea of how far away the sniper is. So I pinpoint him to this tall building. It's where I would be if I were a sniper. Zoom in, I'm looking, and I'm not too sure. So I go to pick up my head and crack, bullet goes by. Look at Pemberton, he goes to roll over, crack, bullet snaps and pops up dust next to him. Then it started getting way more accurate. Me and I call him Jay, the team lead from Recce, me and him pop up and we're almost helmet to helmet, bro. And a bullet between us, he pushes off of me, I push off of him. And the next thing I heard was the medic screaming, who's hit? Who's hit? Team lead thinks my head is gone. I think his head is gone. He's like, I'm good. Are you good? Check yourself. I'm checking my face like, dude, I'm hit. Something's happened. Nothing. And that went on for 3 hours of playing volleyball with this sniper in this small hole. And the fire just got more accurate. Every movement that you would make, he'd take a snap at it. He was going off of movement. And I would put rounds to where I think he's at, but I know I'm not going to hit him because I think he's shooting from back inside of the room, outside the window, or this little slit or a hole in the side of the wall, or the building. But he's backed away from it, so I know I'm not going to hit this guy, so I'm just putting rounds into it. Then we started to hear the enemy close in on us, and you can hear him, Allah Akbar, and all that. And at one point they got close where you could hear the footsteps. My spotter starts engaging guys who are close, bro, close to us with the 300 Win Mag. And he's laying some hate down and it gets picked back up. We're calling in for airstrikes. I'm damn near crying, bro. I've never cussed out a colonel in my life, but cussed this colonel out like we need bombs. We need help bad. We're about to be on CNN getting our freaking heads chopped off, Yeah. So, they could not drop any bombs.
Why?
Obama's rule of engagement, bro. We could not have anything with 0.1% collateral damage, meaning if we dropped a bomb and their home got hit with shrapnel, that would be a bad deal it was all about winning the hearts and minds. So getting a bomb dropped at that time was impossible. And we couldn't drop it to where I had pinpointed where I figured this guy was at, the sniper, found his location on the map. We called it in for an airstrike. The best that they said they could do was do a flyover, a show of force. The first thing that came over was it was an F-16 or F-15, one of those jets. He came over, didn't do anything. Next, I looked up and I thought I saw a UFO. I'm tired, borderline hallucinating. So I'm like, yeah, that's a UFO. And it's just this thin, black, looked like a disc. And it's low, bro, low. And as soon as it gets closer, I'm like, that's a B-2 stealth bomber. I've never seen one of these things before in my life, except for like on TV. And it was way bigger than what I expected and thinner than I expected. And I remember he had his bay doors open and he dropped flares. And that didn't do anything. So then we called in for bombs to be dropped on our location. So I'm calling up like, drop them on us because we're getting, overrun. And I'm playing volleyball with a sniper I can barely see. And I picked some machine gunners off on a rooftop who was shooting at us. picked some more guys off in the field. And then, yeah, when we thought it was over, I look at the recce team lead, and I'm like, dude, do you have a grenade? And he already knew I was going with it. If they get in close, we're going to pull this grenade, hug it, and we're going to kill them with us, right? So he pulls out his grenade. Man, 1 second, bro. Yeah. That's where I fist bump Mike Pemberton. Yeah, we said our goodbyes, you know? 1 second.
It's okay, man.
Like I said, this is the worst one, so I'm good after this one. And I haven't talked about it in a while, so I think that is different. But yeah, say our goodbyes. I fist pound Mike Pemberton, and I'm like, dude, tell my wife I was not a bitch. And he's like, dude, I'm not telling her anything. She's Mexican. She'll cut me. I'm like, yeah, she will. And yeah, he did our little goodbyes or whatever. Waited to these guys to, overrun us. And look over my shoulder, and here's my dumb brain again, my kid brain. I thought it was the Roadrunner. Like when someone's running real fast and you can see the dust kicking up from the back of their feet. It was a machine gun team. Cop, Eric Ennis, those guys. They heard the call. And dude. Yeah. They heard the call of, we were pinned down pretty good. And they came in and extracted us, and we popped smoke. Murphy's Law. We popped smoke and the wind blew it the opposite direction, so we had no cover, like screen cover or anything like that to bound out. We were going to bound out in twos, and me and Mike Pemberton were going to be the last guys to bound out, covering them as best as we could. As they made it back to the machine gun team on the road that we were originally overlooking, and snipers trying to pick us off as we're running. So I tell Mike, I'm like, dude, zigzag. And I learned this from just, where I grew up. I'm like, dude, if you're getting shot at, zigzag. And I didn't zigzag. I just V-lined it. And it's the fastest. I felt like I was running on clouds, man. I could not feel the ground beneath my feet. V-lined it to the machine gun team. Mike's right behind me. And you can hear the cracks of the rifle, and you see the ground pop up, and made it back to the machine gun team. I look at Cop, I'm like, dude, I am sucking. I need water bad. Haven't had water in, felt like a day or whatever, and really thirsty, and mouth was sticking together and couldn't form any spit. He gives me water out his his backpack. I drank half the bottle, gave the rest to Mike, and it's up to me, hey, where are we going? I'm like, well, let's make our way back to the main element where you guys came from, and we'll join up with them and finish out this mission. And as we pick up to move out, I see some guy pop out from the backside of this little house, and I put my rifle over Pemberton's shoulder. We're both facing that direction. I use his shoulder as a brace because we're standing, and I, shot this guy as he poked out from behind the house, and like a walking firefight. And I made the dumbest call of my life, man, of skirting the tree line. Yeah. Should have went in it and skirted the tree line, probably tired. Wanted to get to the element as quickly as we could because they were also in a huge firefight, throwing grenades and back and forth, borderline hand-to-hand combat in this little ravine. It was intense, bro. Making it back to them, skirted the tree line, and I shit you not, I saw the ground open up. Like Guy come out the ground, he lifted up the grass and he came out of the ground and